To get your message out to over 2 million homes, call Positive Promotions at 302-292-3994 or log on to our website at posprotv.com.
Thank you. I'm telling you. Crowd gets bigger when the big stars show up. I'm telling you that.
Yep.
And right here, sitting to my left, this is Mike Corey and Scott. I'm going to try that last.
Give it a shot.
It's
Smith.
Yeah.
Smith. It looks like Klatskin, but it's pronounced Smith.
Yeah, Klatskin. Yeah, and Mike, let's start with you because you're the voice. And I didn't realize it's been that long. 10 years you've been the voice of UD football.
It's crazy. It's been way too long. I mean, you know, it just keeps going by year after year. You know, you get ready for the next season, and
you are an old guy now. We weren't lying.
So you were right.
You were awful young. You had to be awful young when you started.
Yeah, I was pretty fortunate. I graduated in 1999 at UMass, and I got the job right after college here at Delaware. So
now,
from the enemy, they always
did you start with Clear Channel? Was that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you because they got the contract. I think right about that time, and
exactly.
So you're the first and only announcer for Clear Channel then.
Yeah. So far so good. I guess.
And you're also doing, I guess, the basketball. I didn't realize the basketball was being done. As well.
Yeah. We do every Delaware football game, men's and women's basketball. I used to do some of the women's basketball, but now we have a whole other crew that does all the women's games. So we've covered every sport. Yeah.
So you can catch anytime U of D's playing. Is it just in town or is it?
Oh no, anytime on the road, home on the road. We do every game.
Oh yeah. So and let's get those call letters so people that don't know where they catch it.
Yeah, 94.7 WDSD-FM is where all the men's basketball is on, and Sports Radio 1290, The Ticket, AM, and 1410 WDOV in Dover. That's the women's basketball game.
Yeah. Now as far as the Ticket, now what a great station they came up with. I kind of catch that. It's Delaware's choice versus going to the big boy over at IP. You hear more of what's happening on a local level.
Yeah, we try to. We try to have a lot of local stuff in terms of with the colleges and then the high school, because we do those games on the radio too, and Scott will tell you more about that. But yeah, it's really good. I mean, I like it. I wish we had more, but it's always good to have that local show and then carry a lot lot of games on that station.
Yeah,
too.
now the basketball team is doing all right.
Yeah, we're hanging in there. Delaware men, they're 10-15 right now. I mean, they just haven't been able to kind of get the consistency together, but they've shown some flashes, and they got some quality kids. It's just it's a real tough league. I mean, it's a tough league.
I remember it wasn't too many years ago that I guess you were calling the games when they went to the big show as well. Then.
Yeah, I kind of came in right at the tail end of that, actually. We had a couple opportunities to go to the NCAA tournament, but lost at Hofstra up in Long Island. But it was it's a tough. It was tough, but it's been fun. It's always.
Yeah, you weren't there with the Cincinnati game. That was a good.
No, that was there for that.
Yeah, that was exciting. It's hard to believe.
I'm not that old. I know you sound old.
I can't realize that was more than 10 years ago. It seems like it was just a few years back. And of course, Scott over here, and Scott, you cover Delaware. It kind of gets lost in the shuffle because U of D at this end, but we've got one of the best sports programs there is when you talk about Delaware State football and basketball.
Yeah, it's a good program that they have down there. This is the first year that they're doing football and basketball on the radio, and I was lucky enough to be a part of it. And they went through football season coming off of a MEAC championship last year. They had a pretty good football year, and now on to basketball. And it's fun. They got a good group of kids, a great coaching staff over there, and it's been good to have them on 1290 in Newcastle and then in 1410 WDOV in Dover, so you can catch it anywhere.
Either or, because they like I said, their program is really starting to come on. I mean, what do you guys? Let's ask you. What do you feel about Delaware playing Delaware? I mean.
It's I mean, it would be tough. It's a tough situation because Delaware, so many people go to the Delaware game, and I think Delaware State wants the Hens to come down to Dover as well. So it's a tough situation.
Yeah, but because if the Hens lose to Delaware State, then you guys are really, But if you go down there and just walk on them, it's all right. So,
we did have that one football game, obviously, a couple of years ago in the tournament. I had to go to the NCAA tournament, though, for that to happen. But, I mean, I think it would be great. I mean, I'm not involved with all the
politics.
Pretty much. But, it's at least we had one game.
Certainly, I mean, it's tough to just see what happens behind the scenes. We're not involved with that at all, but it would be good for the state if the two teams would
just to have that rivalry going on every year. I mean, I think because of that one year they did it, I mean, it was a tremendous crowd coming up, and so there's a lot of commotions going on. Now, let's as far as you go, I mean, your first year, you got to be excited.
This is my first year doing Del State. I graduated University of Delaware 2 years back, and last year...
He's pushing for your job, I know.
Yeah, he's from UMass. I'm low.
Yeah.
So I came in with a plan to take Corey's job. That didn't work out, so I had to go to plan B. But no, I started doing high school games of the week for the first time on $12.90 the ticket last year, and then after doing the high school games, I had the idea to maybe try to get at the college level some games going, and Delaware State didn't have coverage, so now I do the high school games of the week, football and basketball, and Delaware State football and basketball. It's a busy week.
Yeah, I guess so. Because the basketball football season's not that bad. I mean, you guys going out and doing one game, a week on that. But basketball, they're playing what, 2-3 nights a week, or pretty much.
These guys on the road a lot, man.
Yeah,
you did like a whole weekend road
Delaware
trip.
State was pretty tough because what they do for non-conference is to bring in, they call them guarantee games. They go out and play. We played Notre Dame, West Virginia, UConn, who's ranked #1 in the country. So a lot of traveling is involved during basketball season.
I guess this is kind of your first you're just getting started in sports broadcasting. What an exciting industry. I mean, everybody dreams of someday going on up the ladder and doing the pro and everything else, which could happen to either one of you tomorrow. You know how that works. But I got to take my hats off to you. I understand that you got Sportscaster of the Year in 2003, 2005. I mean, that had to be very exciting.
Yeah, it's cool. I appreciate it. I mean, there's a whole group that meets kind of every year in May down in Salisbury, North Carolina. It's the National Sportscasters, Sports Writers, banquet. It's great to kind of meet up with all the people in your industry, so it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and then once again, you can catch both these guys. You can catch Scott doing play-by-play for the Delaware State football and basketball, 1410 and 1290.
You got it.
So if you're up here in Newcastle, definitely tune into 1290. And then, of course, everybody knows where the U of D, and you can find that 94.7.
You got it.
I thank you guys so much for coming on and letting people see your faces. You guys both can qualify for TV. You can move over. But you have done some TV.
Yeah, I've done a little bit. Yeah, it's good to hear somebody say that, though. It's always a face for radio.
You got a great face for radio.
See, I was waiting for that. It's the first time you haven't got that out of the way right off the bat.
Yeah, you got a great face for radio, Scott. But you have done TV also.
I have as well,
Yeah. We thank you so much. Hopefully you'll come back and join us again.
Thanks a lot.
Big hand for the guys from the university. Stay with us. Be right back right after this.
Find out more about the Tim Wall Show and other positive promotion productions, then log on to our website at www.PosProTV.com.